Hello guys, and welcome back to motojoshing. So I actually came down to Balmedie. This is just one of the local beaches outside Aberdeen. It's got lots of sand dunes and it's very pretty, and I did consider walking down there to show you sand dunes and proper beachy stuff, but I can't be arsed. It's already been a bit of a trek, so I just thought this would probably be the best way to do it. So I decided to rig up a little weird GoPro mount, so I'll see if any of the footage from tonight was any good from that. But let's go on to the business ahead, and that is, as you might have seen on my Instagram today, obviously it was quite a wet day here in Aberdeen, and it's turned into a cracking one, as you can see. But alas, my bike is stinking. Like, it really is filthy and is going to need a clean, but this is one of the reasons why I'm not so precious over this bike, because I use it every day. That can go from clean to dirty in one day, so you kind of have to take it with a bit of a pinch of salt and go from there. But today's actual business is actually because I've been tagged. So Cornish biker tagged me in a post, and that's basically to answer 9 questions, I think, and then tag other people. And he did a video very recently, a couple of days ago, so I'll be attempting to do the same. So I've got the questions on my phone, so I'll just run through them. Some of these have already been covered in some of my motorbike history stuff, but we'll go with the roll anyway. So, when did I start riding motorcycles is the first question. The answer to that one is when I was a kid. Probably, I would guess, 6 or 7, on a really small wheel, 50 to 25 to 50cc bike, I think it must have been. But I only really took up motorbiking again after, my teen years of, motocross bikes and, hoodlum shit in South Wales. And causing chaos to society, basically. But it's only actually a year ago today that I got my 125, which was named Ruby. But we'll go on to that. So I would classify my 125 as actually my first motorcycle, which brings us on to that question. I'll skip it around. So I'll go back. Question 2, why did you start? Essentially a year ago I moved to the other side of town. I didn't really need transport before that, and decided that indeed the motorbike was the weapon of choice for commuting in Aberdeen. So that was it really. It was mainly for transport. My first motorbike, I would guess, in my kind of resurgence to road riding, is actually the 125 that I had a year ago today. I took that home, I had that bike, and then passed my direct access in October and got this one. So how many bikes have I ridden? I've ridden these two that I've owned. I've also ridden the ER6 version of this, the naked version, and also the Z300, the naked 300 version as well, both while I was picking up bikes, and I did my test on an XJ6, so that's pretty much the bikes I've ridden. But as a kid, old 50cc's, I had a TS50X, I think it was, Suzuki, then I had a Honda TL185, I think it was. I stole my dad's KMX 200 quite a few times as well, for my sins, and that's it. What is my dream bike? I probably, much like a lot of people, would probably say the BMW S1000RR, mainly for its cruisability, but also, I just don't think you'd have to ever get out of first gear, so that sounds like bliss to me. So, off-road or street? When I was a kid I did quite a lot of off-road, and these days it's all about the street. I think they've both got their methods, and one will probably make you a better rider if you do off-road stuff as well. I've certainly noticed if you lose the back end on this, it just brings me back to my youth, and it's not a problem. I can control it, and I think doing some off-road stuff certainly makes you a better rider. So that's definitely one. Have I fallen off or had an accident? On the road so far, no, I haven't. I've been quite lucky so far, I guess. I know fine well though that it's a statistics game, and I'm out on this daily, so the chances are at some point I'm going to have it off, and that's just the cold hard reality of the facts, and hopefully it doesn't happen, but you never know. As far as off-road, I fell off bikes as a kid hundreds of times. Nothing ever, nothing ever too ridiculous. Apart from a couple of collarbones and ribs and that kind of stuff, but no particularly long-term damage. But yeah. The next question is, when did I start motovlogging? That was actually very recently. I think 6-7 weeks I think I've been motovlogging. I would say I was probably doing it for probably about another month before that, but it took me a while to edit and sort my channel out and things. Question 8 is, which motovlog channels do I subscribe to? I work in a university in IT, so I have the pleasure of time. At the moment, I certainly can watch quite a few motovlogs during the day while I'm sat at my desk. So I follow heaps, all the big ones, and certainly a lot of as many local ones as I can find. So by all means, always looking for good content to watch. So yeah, it doesn't really shock me or scare me, and I'll try and watch as much as I can. And at the moment, there's more to come, and I just enjoy good content. But the Baron, Von Grumbles, certainly Royal Jordanian, Chase on Two Wheels, Walterific, Do It With Dan, all of them, let's be honest, all the big ones, and heaps. So I think I'm probably subscribed to, if not 200 channels by now. I wouldn't be surprised. My bike does. The next question, number 9, is, does my bike have a name? And the answer to that one is no. My last bike was Ruby. It was a Honda CB125F, and you can see a photo of that now. But for this bike, I haven't picked one. I don't know why, it just hasn't gelled quite yet. I'm sure I will have one. I plan to have this bike for another couple of years yet. And so that's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all these questions in the description of the video as well, and the 10th thing is actually to tag some motovloggers to answer the actual, and do the same thing, so to create a video answering the same questions, and obviously to tag further people in it. So the 3 people I'd like to tag, and I'll tag them on Instagram, is R6Monkey, a Red Box, and Big Ben Motovlogs. And I'll look forward to seeing your videos, guys, and thanks for that. It's just a bit of fun at the end of the day, and I just thought it'd be something cool to do, and I was Cornish Biker tagged me, so not one to turn down a challenge. So thanks very much, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ta, bye-bye.